Step into the ring. Game.
You're good, but I'm better.
Welcome, everybody, to Week 4 of CACC, Post-University versus Goldey Beacom. I'm Frisco, and as always, I hope everybody's doing well tonight. This is going to be, as I said, Week 4 of CACC. And going into this, Post is actually third in the season, while Goldey Beacom is second. I believe Goldey Beacom, actually, I'm going to double check the scores right now. Goldey Beacom is actually 2-1 over Post University, who is 1-2. Earlier in this season, oh, there we go, I had to click on the right one. Earlier this season, I believe Post took the one match that Goldey Beacom lost. No, Goldey took the first set back at the season opener. Goldey won versus Post at the beginning of that season. So let's see if Post can get the run back tonight and make this an even 2-2 between both standings. I wonder how that works. If Post gets the win tonight, that means both teams are 2-2. I wonder if Post gets the lead on that from there. And it looks like we're going to Pokemon Stadium 2. Starting off for Post is going to be Shadow on Pyra Mythra. And then we also, this is Gabe on Toon Link. I had to look at the name of the player. Toon Link will have some really strong tools against Pyra Mythra, because Toon Link is a pretty mobile character and can cover a lot of ground using projectiles, and then and can really get around covering a lot of approaches from the speed of Mythra. But again, I think Mythra's speed will have generally the advantage here, especially with Mythra's incredibly strong just neutral game against a character like Toon Link. And as we're seeing with Pyra out, Side B is going to be such a strong tool to keep a lot of these projectiles at bay that a lot of other characters in this game don't really have an answer to against Toon Link. Jumping right over Boomerang, going to hit them with the down air, going to pop them right up into sky. Prominence Revolt is not going to be quite enough to range-wise to get that kill on, but 129 on Toon Link already. 38% on Shadow, and the up smash is going to be big swing that covers the entire platform right there. Going to solidify the first kill. Only 45% on Shadow right now, doing really good work. Very good nair out of shield. Coverage and missing the tech and following up with an up smash. Really good from Shadow right now. Ooh, up B, going into the up air. That will be a true combo at a lot of percents. Oh, I actually really like that answer, because sometimes that down air on shield can be very annoying because it pops Toon Link up out of the way, but that up smash has so much range that it doesn't even matter. Ooh, catching the landing with the neutral B right there, and ooh, that sword is not big enough to get that lean back from the F smash, and the F smash is going to take another stock. Shadow hasn't lost stock yet, 128%. Already 2 stocks in the lead. Shadow is doing some work right now. Love to see it. Ooh, Nair, I am so surprised Nair got snuffed out by Toon Link's Nair. Very good up tilt. Mythra's swings are so big compared to Toon Link's. It's crazy. Fair, not going to be quite enough to kill from center stage like that. That down air will do it, though. Getting the kill right up the top. Some projectiles right there. Oh, the Prominence Revolt is so crazy. Ooh, nice hang right there, getting around that Prominence Revolt from the ledge hang. Not able to catch the lightning that time. Able to get shield out in time before Arrow can get the hit. Back air for the swing. %, on Pyra. Now, Pyra does have not the greatest recovery ever, so if Shadow is not careful, you might get an early stock. I would say should steal the deal right now. Down here, gonna pop Toon Link right up the top. Oh, trying to offer a roll out, but not gonna get that roll out. Down air. 129 on Toon Link, but 90% on Pyra. You gotta snag this kill now before it gets a little too late. You want to keep this 2-stock lead right now. And catching the jump from ledge with neutral B, putting Post 2 stocks ahead tonight. Post Eagles down to 8, and Goldey Beacom down to 6. Now, Pyra Mythra in a format such as crew battles works very well. It's very hard to counterpick Pyra Mythra because Pyra Mythra is so good on a variety of stages. It doesn't really matter. I feel like most characters might opt for a flat stage against Pyra Mythra. Though then again, I think a flat stage against Pyra Mythra might be a mistake in certain matchups, because as we get to the stage list, having a flat stage might be good in order to keep a lot of the combo game that Mythra has a bit more low-key, not able to kind of shark you on platforms because they don't exist. But you do have the downside that Pyra can more easily hit you with her side B. You know, having that one plane of existence, that one level, may put you in a disadvantage sometimes, where you might get hit by side B a little bit more often. It really is going to depend on what character you bring to the table against Pyra Mythra. In this case, Shadow is going to be banning Kalos, Small Battlefield, and Battlefield. And Jirachi is picking Pokemon Stadium 2 as Greninja. Now, Pokemon Stadium 2, honestly, it's a very neutral stage for Greninja, I would say. Greninja tends to really like flat stages because their dash attack is super strong. Having no platforms means they can hit that dash attack a bit more often. So I'm a little surprised we're going to Pokemon Stadium 2. But I will also say that this is a long stage, and we might find that Greninja being a mobile character might be able to use that length to their advantage as well. A bit more often you're going to be on the floor. But I think on a stage this big, Pyra, rather Mythra, will have very good advantage on this stage as well. Go for the back throw. Dash tag. Nair into F smash right there. Greninja does have a very high jump, so sometimes an out of shield option might not hit if he jumps just right. Ooh, jumping right over the photon edge. Good grab out from out of shield. Sneak. Nair to catch the jump again. Ooh, opting for up tilt. I like the up tilt. Weaker people, such as myself, would have opted for an F smash there, and I probably would have whiffed it. So I appreciate that up tilt. Ooh, but you used your jump, and you can't get back. You have to be so careful how you decide to use your resources off stage. When you use a jump, you don't have another one for most characters, so you have to be you have to hold on to your resources as long as possible. That's what it really boils down to. Up throw, it's an up air, right up the top, back airs. You're not letting Pyra land right now. Shadow is having a tough time getting back to the ground, though that down air gonna pop off to the side, 100% on Greninja. Ooh, very good parry against the Shuriken. Nuge will be not gonna be quite enough from across the stage. Grab. Nice patience within shield. Though that becomes a grab. 196 on off stage. Back throw. Oh! Throwing out that down air a little preemptively, and the dash back is going to get the punish going with that F smash, putting the stocks to even. Post Eagles down to 6, and Goldey Beacom remains at 6. You DDD players and your jumping privilege. I shouldn't say anything. Banjo has really good jumps. Well, no, Banjo doesn't have good jumps. He just has, the 3 jumps. They're very shallow jumps, but sometimes, hey, having multiple jumps at all, even if they're shallow, is really good in this game. Now, coming in for post next is going to be Wildfire on Piranha Plant. Now, against Greninja, I would highly, highly, highly recommend... honestly, this matchup could be very interesting because Greninja does like a flat stage, but to be honest... so might Plant in this situation. Granted, Greninja does have the option of Water Shuriken, which Water Shuriken can be very annoying for Plant to deal with if you are not ready to play the mid-distance game. It can be really hard to get any sort of general setup. Though I think if you're moving and you get close, you can punish Greninja pretty decently with Patui if they try to get off a dash attack on you. You know, Patui might be a very strong option for the neutral game in this. But in this case, the bans coming from Goldey Beacom are both Battlefields and Kalos. Very interesting choices. I don't know. Plant might want to maybe opt for a flatter stage, maybe like a Final Destination. You take a risk because that is a stage that Greninja will like to go to. But you might be able to play the neutral in a way where if Greninja gets close, you can throw out Patui and they get a punish for it. Otherwise, go to something maybe a bit like a Pokemon Stadium 2 or some sort. Or if you feel like you need to have more time to get in, do like a smaller stage, like Hollow Bastion. But the only thing is with Hollow Bastion or a stage like that, you risk your opponent having like Water Shuriken travel more percentage of the stage. You also risk Shadow Sneak being traveling more percentage of that stage and whatnot. It kind of depends on the comfort of this point. Which in this case, Post is going to be picking Smashville as the pick. I don't think that's a bad choice whatsoever. I think the thing is, theory crafting this, I think Plant, depending on how they play it, can have some really interesting and like sneaky Patui stuff going on against Greninja on a bunch of different stages. It just depends on how they want to play it. Dash attack.
Go!
Nope, opting for Water Shuriken off the start. Poison Powder top platform. Dash attack, and here's the first drag down with that up air. Air dodge in. This is where Patui would be very helpful in these close quarters options. Dash attack would get punished when Patui is out. Ooh, good back air to catch that down air. I love it. The only 18% on Greninja, and right now Wildfire is feeling the pressure at 87%. And here's the Patui online right now. And the middle platform might get in the way of Patui being a factor, though. You kind of have to play the edges of the stage for Patui to really be a big factor. Because if you throw Patui underneath the platform, it's going to get stuck up there, and you're not going to get the punish. Ooh, and the Shadow Sneak is going to send them right off the right side of the stage. Oh, stock down on Wildfire, and only 82% on Greninja. Ooh, not even go for the F smash there, but gonna get punished with that grab. Right now, Wildfire is really trying to play like the keep away game. Ooh, missing the tech roll into the Shuriken. Oh my, the grabs are brutal. Oh, the high recovery is going to get interrupted by that up smash. And up airs are starting to come out again. 109 on Wildfire. Grabbing the offstage game. Oh, no. Oh, and the recovery coming out a little too late. 87% and Wildfire down to one stock left. Ooh, very good Patui. Right now, Greninja's really keeping their distance. Oh, go Nair into grab. Interesting. I didn't know you could actually get that as a follow-up at that percent. There's Patui on the punish right there. Back throw off stage. Gonna catch with a Shuriken. Shield's not... Good shield across that Shuriken. And up smash, putting Wildfire on the board. Oh, trying to opt for the roll out with Patui, but that instead is going to be a roll in. Oh no, the shield poke, or dropping shield a little too early. Oh, back throw, but that's not going to be a kill throw. Ooh, good Patui. And the Shadow Sneak is going to be the recovery that they need. And that's going to send Wildfire right back off stage, putting Post out of their last 3 stocks in a 2-stock lead for Goldey Beacom at 5 stocks. And now for Post. At the end of this first round is going to be Astro on Incineroar. Incineroar's always going to have some sort of issues going against these characters that are highly mobile. So Incineroar really likes to play on Smashville and Hollow Bastion. It's what we talk about every week. Those are the primary stages that Incineroar is going to really like to play on to keep a close quarters game to their opponent. Plus, Incineroar has high damage output and knockback, and you know, they're a heavyweight, which leads to smaller stages like that being very advantageous to their kill potential. You tend to kill earlier, and when you are such a powerhouse like Incineroar, that works out incredibly well. There are some risks to taking a stage like that, especially against certain projectile characters who can play like those zonings on flatter stages and whatnot. They can set up, you know, the little houses essentially underneath that middle platform. But I think these are risks that Incineroar generally needs to take. So the bans are going to be FD, Smashville, and Small Battlefield. Obviously leaving open Hollow Bastion. I think that will be a very good pick in this situation, though there are some things that you have to be careful of in this matchup. You know, Shadow Sneak, the Shuriken, those are going to be things that can be taken advantage of on a smaller stage like this, a bit flatter. Those are things you obviously need to watch out for when you are Incineroar. But as long as you're avoiding those, take the fight to them as close as you can and get those early stocks. Also, dash attack. Greninja's dash attack is going to be mad annoying in this matchup. But you can I wonder if you had side B out. I wonder if the command grab would. No, the dash attack probably beats the command grab. Probably best to jab it. Keep away. Or shield it and then just reset neutral. You're out of shield options on that are going to be so limited.
3, 2, 1, go!
And here we go. Shuriken, yep. Very good revenge. And the grab's gonna get rid of that revenge real quick. Good F-tilt. Oh, now here's the thing. I think Astro's gonna is already being a little prone to stay in shield. He needs to not shield as much. I know it's very tempting to shield and stay safe. You've just got to be moving. You got to replace all of your shields with movement, essentially. Jumping, trying to arrange yourself into better positions. If you're shielding a ton, you're gonna get grabbed a ton. Good back air. Yeah, punish that jab. Dash attack right off stage. 99% on Greninja right now. And 113 on Incineroar. And with that enrage, it's going to take the first stock for Astro right now. The 113, you have to be constantly moving. I will say, though, does Greninja have a kill throw? Does Greninja have an up throw that kills? If not, you could just stay in shield a good chunk a bit more often and try and live as long as you can. Oh, there's the down smash, though. Gonna send Astro down on the opposite direction. 35% on Incineroar. This is the scary part for Incineroar right now. Greninja's at such low percent, and Incineroar tends to take a lot of percent early on because he's a bit heavier weight, and his mobility is not so great. So we might see the percentages get lapped right here. Oh, when in doubt, you roll out. You do not roll in. That's a big risk you take when you roll in this situation. Oh, not able to get the punish on neutral B. Shifty right now. Oh, the rolls. Dash attack, 66% on Greninja. Going for the grab. Oh, not able to get the grab. It's a little shallow right there. Oh, good dash out to get her out of that F smash range. Good tech, but it's gonna get hit by the jab right there. Using up B to get back to ledge. Back air to cover the jump. Oh, not able to get the pop-up with it. Oh, no! No, missing the tech. You got to be ready for that stage spike at all times. Astro down to their last stock. Side B, going for the up throw. A little unfortunate there, but might be able to make something work from that. Good tech in. Dash attack not quite enough to get the kill going. 125% on Greninja. And the dash attack seals the deal. Astro still on the board here at 1 stock left for Post Eagles and 3 stocks left for Goldey Beacom. That stage spike at the end was very unfortunate for Post University. You always need to be ready for that swing to come out and you know, taking that chance. Now, Incineroar always has a very, unlike Pyra Mythra, which we talked about at the start of this, Pyra Mythra is very advantageous when it comes to stage bans and whatnot when they're already in. Pyra Mythra really lends themselves to the stage picking scenarios of this, whereas Incineroar does not. Incineroar has very specific stages that they work on, and so Incineroar can be good initially coming in because they get the stage pick, but when they're getting picked against, it can be a little tough. It can be a little tough for Incineroar to not get the short end of the deal. And so, Bullet is going to be coming in as DDD against Incineroar. Now, I mean, DDD is just a ledge trapping demon with Gordo. That's where DDD shines the most, is being able to cover so many options. DDD has really high kill potential on certain moves, and I mean, you might be able to reason you might want to go to a stage with a taller ceiling so that DDD has a tougher time killing you off the top. Or a stage with wider blast zones, so that way it's a little, you have a bit more forgiving at the ledge trapping situation. But I don't know. I just feel like in this matchup, when you're in Incineroar, just go to the stages that you are most comfortable with. So the bans are Pokemon Stadium 2, FD, and Kalos, and we are going to Smashville. So here we go. Oh, I had to pick your profile. And so here we go.
3, 2, 1, go!
Can Astro get the 3-stock? And so here comes the first Gordo of the game. Dash attack. Oh, trying to read a roll out. That was interesting. Ooh, very good grab. 47% on DDD. Going for the inhale, the tried and true. Yep, grab, back throw. Yep, 73% on DDD off stage. Revenge is online. Oh, no. No! And Revenge is offline. The 3 hits are going to do it. Back throw, 91%. Side B is not going to be good, quite going to be able to get the kill. DDD is a big boy. Oh, no, throwing the down air in the wrong direction. Very good stall on the ledge, getting right out of range of that down air. 102 on Astro right now. And the dash attack is going to catch that jump, putting Post down to 0 stocks. Goldey Beacom takes the first round. Do I really have the 0 all the way up there? 67, 71. There we go. So now Goldey Beacom is up 1-0 over post. And now we are at the beginning of the round. Once again. So 9 stocks start off for each team. Pay no attention to. Hold on one moment. Gotta make a quick correction here. Gotta make a quick correction here. See? No one noticed. No one noticed what I had to do there. No one notices a thing. There we go. Good as new. Nobody even knew I changed a thing. There we go. And so now, at the top of the order, at the beginning of this round, and I think my stinger just broke again. Yep, the stinger broke. Why is the stinger broken? There's the fade. Post you, stinger. Why did it break? Hold on. There we go. Good as new. So now at the top of the stage order, we only have access to our starters: Battlefield, Town and City, Pokemon Stadium 2, Smashville, and Small Battlefield. Right now, the first 2 players for each team is going to be Shadow for Post University and Ether for Goldey Beacom. So Pyra Mythra. Pyra Mythra, Pyra Mythra, Pyra Mythra. Again, Pyra Mythra is going to work on the vast majority of stages. You know, it's really whatever you're comfortable with. It seems like, you know, it really seems like Shadow really likes stages like Pokemon Stadium 2, Small Battlefield. One thing we never see players really play on is Kalos Pokemon League. In this case, the first ban for Post is going to be Town. Do not want to go to Town and City. And now we are waiting for Ether's bans for the remainder. Smashville and Small Battlefield, leaving Pokemon Stadium 2 and regular Battlefield. I'm going to guess they want to go to Pokemon Stadium 2. Pokemon Stadium 2 is a pretty big stage. You know, could work. That long stage could work well for Pyra Mythra. Oh, but instead they're going to be opting to play on Battlefield, which I think is good too. Again, Pyra Mythra does not do bad on any single one of these stages. It really depends on who their opponent is playing, and of course, this being a double blind, I don't remember what Ether's character is from previous matches, so we're going to find out. Oh, that's right, it's Banjo-Kazooie, I forgot! Was this the right pick in comparison? I would probably say this is the right pick. I think Banjo doesn't have a ton to do on that top platform in the middle in this game. Sure, he can stall out on it, which is something, but he can't really like get any sort of advantage from it in the sense of like damage potential. The primary thing about this is you have to be aware of how Banjo really likes to throw out his projectiles. I do think Pyra is a bit more annoying for Banjo to deal with because of that side B. Side B is able to negate so many of Banjo's projectiles. Primarily grenade. Going up top. I do remember that Ether does like to use Wonder Wing at the edge of the stage as like a kind of a recovery mechanism to regain mid-stage advantage, and that alone is very much enough to take advantage. There's the Wonder Wing right there, and you land in middle stage. That is a very common way that Banjos like to use Wonder Wing, and it's very punishable. So if you're aware of it happening, you can kind of shield, retreat to middle stage, and then you can get the punish going, because Wonder Wing is a move that is very punishable. No, percent's looking very even right now. 100% on Shadow, 128 on Banjo. Side B will do a lot of work. And see, there's the recovery with Wonder Wing once again. You have to be ready to shield that. If you shield Wonder Wing, that's pretty much a guaranteed punish. Going down tilt. Down tilt is going to be the ultimate tool against Pyra. And we can see right there the low angle of down tilt is really difficult for Pyra to get a recovery from. Don't jump, don't jump. You still don't have a jump. You could like reason sometimes that in this matchup you might want to stay Pyra, just don't get hit by certain moves. Side B, it's like you could side B so often it will prevent that grenade from being a big problem. Back air, don't jump. Banjo's gonna be really waiting for you to jump and then to hit you with that fair. Ooh, now you look at the cross up, and that jab will send it flying to the left. Back air off stage, right side. Good low recovery. Good job of winning the up tilt, too. Grab. Yeah, down throw. That grab is actually not true at all. If you are good at mashing, that down throw, you can escape from it every time. And here's that Wonder Wing again. Ooh, tech situation right there. Ooh, good dash attack. That dash attack is so big. Oh no, there's the grab back throw. You jumped. Oh, so that Prominence Revolt, I actually like that Prominence Revolt. Oh no, but there's the recovery. That's the problem. Once you get hit as Pyra Mythra off stage by some sort of projectile, it is so hard to recover. That is like the one flaw of that character. So putting Post down to 6 stocks and Goldey Beacom down to 8. And so we will see who Post decides to send in for this. So Post is going to be sending in Wildfire on Plant against this Banjo. Now, I do think Wildfire coming in for this matchup can be tough. Piranha Plant. I do think this is a tough matchup for Piranha Plant. I do. Piranha Plant wants to set up Patui in certain ways and the gas cloud and whatnot, and I don't think Banjo has tools that doesn't really allow Piranha Plant to get those setups going. Down tilt especially sends Plant pretty low off stage. Grenade prevents a lot of having to interact, especially Blue Egg. And Wonder Wing I think Wonder Wing as a tool is not the greatest tool Banjo has, but it can be very annoying against Piranha Plant. I would say you probably want to opt for a lot of platforms, as many as you can, to get away from Banjo. If Battlefield is open, go to Battlefield. But otherwise, get as many platforms as you can to get going on work. You kind of need them to like navigate around all those projectiles. In this case, Post is opting for Hollow Bastion, which I think is a reasonable pick. I think that is a reasonable pick. You want to stay close to Banjo as well. You just got to make sure when you fight on Hollow Bastion against Banjo that you are not getting hit by Wonder Wing. That is the big thing. And granted, Wonder Wing isn't that great of a move. It's strong and it's annoying, but you can shield it once and it's super punishable. And we know that Aether likes to use it as a recovery tool high up. So then that is a very vulnerable way to use it. I love the parries. But you can't parry everything forever, dude. Dash attack and air dodge in. 27% on wildfire. Dash attack from the pop-up. Trying to go for an up air. Catching the landing with F smash right there. Catching the landing with up air. Not letting any chance at landing right now. Going for another one. Gonna go for another one. Nope. Good job rolling around that grab. Poison Cloud. You're going to dash attack right through it, though. Really good job with using Patui to catch the ledge hang. Oh, F-Slash. You can live that. You can live that. Good job with neutral get up. Neutral get up is very underrated. Oh, no. Catching the roll with that side B right there. 100% on Banjo. And now Wildfire down to 2 stocks. They're going to use it. Don't roll in. Catch. That is like the 3rd or 4th time they have used that F smash to catch that landing. Ooh, that Patui caught the run. That was so cool. Low profiling the Wonder Wing. Yeah, very good F tilt right there. I was wondering if they're going to go for the up smash, but F tilt is going to be just as viable at that, close to the edge of the stage. Oh, 85% on Wildfire. Can Wildfire make use of this rage to get the final kill? No, 47% on Banjo. Oh no! And landing right into that Wonder Wing. Going to be another stock down for Wildfire. Gonna use a Wonder Wing? No. Opting for a ledge. F smash off stage. 101%. Jump into Nair. And here's the problem, because with Plant, you're not very mobile, so sometimes all these projectiles just get in the way of what you want to do, and it becomes very annoying. I'm actually surprised that hit. That didn't hit earlier. Good high recovery that time. Not able to get the grab, but that F smash will get the final hit on this match, putting Post University down to 4 stocks, and Goldey Beacom down to 6. 2 stock difference. Can Post catch it up? Beady beady boo. And now Gabe is coming back in as Young Link going into this next match. And again, this might be a tough matchup for Piranha Plant. Because Piranha Plant wants to go for certain setups, certain ways, and these projectiles on Young Link can get in the way of that. Makes Piranha Plant want to play a bit more aggressive in how they kind of approach this matchup. I always wonder, like in these kinds of matchups, like what you are really supposed to do. Because you don't want to play on a flat stage. I mean, there's one thing. Maybe Piranha Plant does want to play on a longer stage in this matchup, just for having a bit more room to avoid projectiles. Because, it stands to reason, because Piranha Plant wants to set up their own projectiles. But it stands to reason that arrows could really get in the way on a stage like Smash Hill, because they go so quickly, and so would Boomerang and whatnot. It stands to reason that maybe you want to go to Pokemon Stadium 2 and just have some breathing room, and then slowly work your way in, so you can take your time a little bit more. I don't know though. I don't know how people feel about that. That's just kind of like my thought. If I was playing Young Link, I might want to go to like a larger stage so I can just have more room to avoid projectiles. Against that character specifically. In this case, the bans coming from both are going to be Town and City, Kalos, and FD. And we're going to Pokemon Stadium 2 per Gabe's pick. Now, I think this is going to be a relatively neutral stage when it comes to both characters. I do think that this will be a decent option for Plant to, as I said, to avoid projectiles. You still got to get in, and you got to hit Toon Link. But at least having platforms, 1 platforms, and 2 distance gives you a time to just back off. Sometimes you just really want to back off a projectile and reset neutral, and then work your way in slowly from there. And I think this might work out decently.
3, 2, 1, go!
Boomerang? No, oh, that's right. 2 stocks gone. I'm going to guess Boomerang start. Ooh, Arrow start. Ooh, very good hit with Matsui right there. Ooh, catching the angle with Patui. Very nice Patui. Not going to be able to get the neutral get up. Instead going to opt for a roll there. Pretty even percents thus far. Wildfire just needs to get 1 stock, pretty much. 2 would be Primo. I will say this Toon Link is chasing quite a bit. And I think Wildfire, if used Patui as a more defensive option, can get a lot more mileage when this character really likes to approach. And we are getting the down B kill off the side, 122% on Wildfire. At this point, just seriously play the keep away game. It's so bad. You don't you can get hit by projectiles and they're not going to kill you necessarily. Just really play keep away and get another kill. 64% already on Toon Link. I think the PS2 pick is actually working out pretty well for Wildfire right now. 144%. But the up smash is going to catch that attempt at a back air. Toon Link's going to low profile that back air. Going to return it in kind. Host Eagles down to 3 stocks, and Goldey Beacom down to 5. And finally for post is going to be Astro on Incineroar. Now, I mean, I guess we'll see what the bans are for Young Link. I feel like this matchup is atrocious for Incineroar. But, I mean, stands to reason, Smashville and Hollow Bastion, you know, those projectiles are going to go so far across that stage. You definitely want to be in on Toon Link, but you're going to be pretty much getting hit by those projectiles all the time on Smashville and Hollow Bastion. I mean, you could reason, go to small battlefield, so you have a small stage, you have some platforms to work around those projectiles. Or even Pokemon Stadium 2, I guess. It's just that when you go to Pokemon Stadium 2 as Incineroar, you don't have any projectiles to you know, be like any sort of leverage point on your end. You have to work your way in against that opponent. Like, it can be tough. So you take a big risk if you go to a stage like Pokemon Stadium 2 that's as large as it is. You might want to opt for something like small battlefield against a character like Toon Link. So you have platforms for navigation, and it's a bit larger stage than just Smashville or Hollow Bastion. In this case, the bans were Smashville, FD, and Small Battlefield, so we are going to be going to Battlefield. I do think this is a decent choice, too, for Incineroar. You just got to be careful of Toon Link's up air if you get caught on that top platform, because that move comes up so quick. Wait, we're not supposed to be here. Nope, we're not supposed to be here.
Game. Incineroar wins.
So here we go.
2, 1, go!
I think this platform setup specifically will work decently well as like an avoiding option for Astro. Catch, going for the up air strings, not able to get the third hit. Side B, and you don't care about that arrow. Side B's got to get that good armor. Oh! Oh, it's going to still get the recovery from that. I like the attempt at going off stage, though, when it comes to Astro. Back air, but you got to watch out for the boomerang making the return trip. Whoa! Killing off the top. You don't get that often. Specifically from Astro. We don't see Astro going on the stage too often. Very good side B to catch the roll out. Oh, no. You have to be so careful when you go off stage. You sacrifice so much stage control when you do that. Ooh, bomb into that forward air. Good follow-up. Well, now you don't get the grab. That up air, up tilt does so much coverage. Astro almost at... You are risking everything by going that grab mid up smash. But that down there is going to take a stock off Astro. 56%. Ooh, really good revenge right there. Projectiles are getting a little annoying at this point. Back throw. Not going to be quite enough to kill. Revenge will do the damage, though. There. Watch out for the down air. Ooh, bomb. Fair gonna knock him off to the right side of the stage. Down throw into Fair. Sorry, rather down tilt. Down tilt into Nair is going to seal the deal. Astro only down to 2 stocks. Goldey Beacom down to 3. Okay, bit better situation than the previous round. Post is working in there, But can Post seal the deal? Can Astro seal the deal? And coming in for Goldey Beacom is going to be Bullet as King DDD. I don't know about this matchup, man. I don't know how this matchup goes. Like, I know I can say just go to Smashville, I guess, but I don't know. I really don't know how this necessarily goes. I guess you could reason larger stage 2 to avoid projectiles, but Gordo isn't that quick anyway. It's like, I guess you could always try Pokemon Stadium 2. Go for a big stage. I just don't know. I don't know. It's such a weird, wonky matchup. Both these characters hit so hard. And DDD has some longevity with like all his jumps and whatnot. It's just weird because you could use the larger stage to avoid DDD's projectiles, I guess, but you want to get in on him eventually. I don't know. I really personally just don't know. Some matchups in this game are just too wonky for me. Especially usually like a lot of characters in this game that are considered like mid to low tier. If you match up 2 of those characters together, sometimes you get some really weird interactions. And the bans coming from Post are going to be FT, Kalos, and Town. Which I actually agree with these, to be honest. Having some platforms is going to be beneficial to the matchup. Kalos, FD, and Town bans, you don't have to, you get to avoid some Gordos every so often. I'm going to assume we're going to get a Smashville pick coming out from Bullet, just like last time. That's my assumption. I think my brain, when it comes to fighting DDD, is so privileged to a certain extent. Because I don't really think about, like, if I'm doing bans as Banjo against DDD, I'm not really considering, like, a massive amount. Because for me, in this matchup, it's you poop out a grenade and hope it hits Gordo. It's like, it doesn't really fully matter to me in that situation. So, I mean, FD, I feel like if I was Banjo, FD would be amazing for me, against DDD, because it's like Gordo's right there. Grenade's going to hit it more than likely. But when you're a character like Incineroar, you probably have to think about it completely differently. My brain's cooked. Being a Banjo player, your brain gets so cooked. Yep, and we are going to Smashville. Again, Incineroar is going to do well on this stage when it comes to kill potential and being able to navigate close to their opponent. I have now, after watching these two play, I have a feeling the reason you get Smash Wheel so often is because when you're DDD, you just Gordo is just that much stronger. It goes that much more distance in compared to like the size of the stage, and that may be something to really consider in the future when it comes to going against DDD. But I don't know. I don't know. Go for that grab. No, you could have grabbed that. No. Ooh, good revenge. Oh, trying to read the roll out with side B, but not able to get it. 60%. Rage is starting to build. Rage is the minimum amount for 60% is the minimum amount for first rage. Side B on the side of the stage. Oh, not able to get the revenge out in time. He definitely wanted revenge. Back throw again. 95% off stage. Here comes first Gordo. Good grab. Back throw off stage. 115 on DDD. Oh, just letting him get that grab. The stocks are even, and with some rage, 89% on. Oh, there's some more rage. Quick, 36%. There. Dash attack. Gonna catch the jump. Oh, no. You're going to get inhaled, though. Go for the grab. No, you can grab that. You can grab that dash attack. It can cross up, but if it's not crossing up, you can grab it. Good revenge again. 103. The percentages are so close. What is this revenge? Go for the grab. No, off stage. Oh, trying to read the roll, and you did have it. That's going to be a kill right there. What are you doing, Astro? How did you get the stock lead? What happened? Dash attack. Go for the grab. Oh, that dash attack came out so quick. I didn't know you could go into dash attack that quick from that down smash. What are you? Oh, this is so close right now. Fair. Down throw fair. Down tilt. Going with the scramble, 42% on DDD. Revenge again! 60%. Oh, wait. And that doesn't get rid of revenge because that's not technically a grab. Quick night. That was a good 93. Revenge again, knocking back the Gordo. That's going to be, that's it. Oh, no, he missed the hit. Revenge is now offline. That's got to be offline, yeah. Oh, that's so much damage, though. These Gordos are getting in the way of everything. Do not let that DDD land. Oh, he wanted the revenge. It wasn't going to come out in time, though. Good fair. 140 on DDD right now. Oh, Nair. You still have your jump. You still have your jump. Oh, that F tilt got snuffed out by that up tilt. No way! 145 on Incineroar right now. Almost at maximum rage. No, and the down tilt. Oh, no. The down tilt comes out. Putting Goldey Beacom 2-0 over post. That was unfortunate. That was such a close match. But really trying to get... I think it boils down to a little bit of impatience on Astro. I would have done the exact same thing, though, so I don't know what I'm talking about in that regard. But it seemed like Astro really wanted to go for those like hard-hitting kill moves at the end. But in every which way that it came out, like that, like an F tilt, like up tilt would just snuff it out. Like that up tilt leans back and just gets right out of range of that F tilt. And that stuff like that seemed to happen a decent amount that last bit. But we saw so much revenge coming out from Astro in that. And I thought that was the great key to the matchup. Just hitting revenge every time you see a Gordo that you can hit. And just, you know, dealing out that damage. We saw so much damage buildup from Astro tonight on that. And that was a really good showing. I loved it. It was really great. And you guys always play on Smashville. It's really funny. I'm wondering if he should pick PS2 against you in the future. Though it's most of the time Astro's anchor, so he's not getting a ton of chances to get picks on that. Yeah. But that is going to put Post 1-3 so far into this season. I believe they are still in third place. And now Goldey Beacom is at 3-1. So I don't know if that puts you guys tied for first. I'm pretty sure it does. But yeah. Well, thank you guys for watching us tonight. I've been Frisco Fragrant, and this has been Post University versus Goldey Beacom. Always love watching these matches. And are we doing our friendlies, Frisco? I could probably stick for a few. Yeah, I can stick for a few. I don't know if I'm going to stream it. I don't know if I'm going to stream it, but Herd end the stream. We'll hop in Discord. I'll hop in. I'll play. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream now though, I think. But in either case, I've been Frisco Fragrant. Thank you guys, and we will see you guys next time. Adios.